got up really early this morning and we're going to visit some tribes. The first one is the Khonoma tribe, and that's Angami tribe, and they're the predominant tribe in this district. So we're going into their villages, we're going into their homes, we're going to meet them, we're going to learn about them, we're going to be educated about how they live. So I'm super psyched to see what the Naga people are about. We're here at the small village of Khonoma, which is actually where a long time ago in 1879, the first British officer came here to try and govern and collect taxes, and unfortunately he got his head chopped off, and his name is G.H. Damant. He never really came back, and he's buried right here. That just shows how strong the tribes are here, how they don't want to be governed and they don't want to be run, and they're fiercely independent. So super psyched to be able to see who they are and how they are as the Naga people are today. In the Khonoma village, the major part of society is when the young become of age, and part of that is here in the Morungs. The Morungs are where they tell stories, they learn folk songs, and they are educated from the elders. Also nowadays, it's more about solving disputes between families or between youth as well, arranging marriages. It's more of a meeting place. It's very, very crucial to their society. And in the Hornbill Festival, we get to see where the Morungs are, because that's where we get to see where all the tribes go back after their dances, and then they celebrate their food and their culture and we can see how they would live normally. So it's an integral part of the culture. So we've been very lucky to see in Khonoma a ceremony that's going to happen. It's going to be a wedding tomorrow. So it's from another Angamese tribe. It's from a village quite close by that they've come in. So basically they've got beef here that they've chopped up together. Then they've got the pork there. And so a lot of the dishes here are smoked. So they hang and cure the meat above the fire. And so that kind of smokes it. And then they put it into a stew or a curry. But the curries are not Indian curries at all. They're using ginger, they're using onion, they're using garlic, and using more sort of natural from the jungle ingredients are here. They also do like a bamboo soup in there as well. They also use salted fish in their cuisine, so it's very, very similar to Southeast Asia. So I'm very lucky. I'm here with a Henao who's allowed us to come in to a village and also teach us some of the traditional dishes of Angami's cuisine. So what do we have? What's the name of the dish that we're cooking?
Niso kemelo.
Niso kelo ho.
Kemelo.
Kemelo. So basically what that means in short is basically we're going to be using some tamarillos, or as they call them here, tree tomatoes. And then we've also got some beans, which are more jungle beans. You got choco, and then you got yam. And the signature dish of this is your fermented
Soya bean.
How do you ferment your soya bean?
We used to boil it and then keep it 3 days. And after 3 days, we used to pound it, and then we used to keep it in a leaf. And then we used to bind it.
And this is the most important part of your cuisine, yeah?
Yes.
Is the fermented. That's your umami, that's your salt.
Yes.
Okay. And then also you have some dried leaves here.
Mustard leaf.
Okay, dried mustard leaf, and then dried yam bean leaf.
Yes.
And then of course the infamous pork fat. Okay, what's the first step?
We pour water here.
Okay.
Chili.
Chili.
Okay.
About that much, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you add this.
Okay. How much?
It depends on
You
how
tell
much
me,
you want.
as if you're cooking.
Enough. Okay.
Because I don't know this dish,
Okay.
so I am relying on you to
Okay.
teach me. One tamarillo. So pop that into there. There we go. That much.
Okay, fine. Some hot water
Some hot
there.
water. Okay. A little bit of hot water here. Pop that into there. And
then you add this one, mustard leaf.
How much?
Then
Done?
Yeah.
So I need to add this.
it's fermented soya
Okay,
bean.
how much do we add of this?
You don't need to add much.
That much?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
That's it?
Yes.
What about these vegetables? Put these in?
We will prepare a separate
dish. Another dish. So we're doing another dish which was more of a curry, yeah, that you said. So what's the next dish we're going to prepare?
We are going to prepare yam, couscous, and bean curry.
Alrighty, what's the first step?
Pour some water.
Put some water into here. Okay.
Put some chili.
Some chili in there.
And then fat.
So this pork fat is again an integral part of the cuisine here. Pop that in.
Then you add some fermented soya bean.
There we go. Enough?
Enough. bamboo shoot,
Add the bamboo shoot. Just fermented or just boiled?
fermented.
Fermented as well.
Yes.
Fermented bamboo. Next,
Those yams and iscus, you can dip it.
we need to cut these or
Yes,
whole?
we need to cut it.
We need to cut. Yam in first.
Yes.
Just roll cut anyway like this.
Anyway,
Okay. You show me how you do your one. And then the green beans,
you can
just break them.
just break it.
Add a bit of salt in there. And then we let that cook for 20-30 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, so the soup is nearly ready. I think it is ready. Let's take that off. So let's have a wee taste on here, on the curry. Wow, that's hot.
That's hot.
Let me have a quick taste of the vegetables. Okay. It's very nice, actually.
It's tasty.
Tasty. Spicy too. So, what I've got in there is basically, you really taste the fermented soya beans in there. And that's been basically boiled and then dried in a warm area near a fire for about 4 or 5 days till it ferments. And then it's wrapped up. And very nice. So let's taste the next one that we have here. Was the tamarillos in there. Also it had the soya bean in there, and then also had the dried ingredients in there as well. So let's have a taster. That's very nice too. A lot more aromatic. And again, it's a great soup and very earthy. And the ingredients here are fantastically earthy. So it's sort of a found and forage kind of cuisine. Listen, thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. She's an amazing school teacher, teaches 3 and 4-year-olds as well.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, correct.
Fantastic. Thank you for teaching a 43-year-old.
Oh, thank you. Welcome.